Okay, so they can hear me, so I shouldn't like say mean things about the audience anymore. Then got it. Thumbs up.
Probably not.
Haha. See, I made the funny jokes because I'm funny.
Ha!
Anyhow, welcome to the party. That's the name of the channel, so I always fit that in. I am your dungeon master, storyteller, god of this game we are playing here tonight. My name is right there underneath me, Bardic Knock. You can find me on Twitter there and Patreon if you're a very, very kind, lovely human being who would like to give me money because I am poor. Please give me money, but no pressure.
How's that desperation tack working out so far for you?
Pretty good, you know.
Yeah, getting lots of donations. Yeah.
No.
No.
I mean,
okay.
Shut up, TJ. Sorry.
I would have donated by now if I didn't think I'd reinforce this behavior.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry. This is a joke that is only funny to me and TJ. We did. TJ plays in another game I run on Wednesdays, and I don't even remember what the setup was, but you know, TJ made a quick jibe at me, and I just paused for like a solid 30 seconds and just went, "Shut up, TJ." Because I didn't have anything smart or funny to say in response.
And here we are today.
Okay, deep breaths. I am a professional. Not a professional in this. I'm a professional in other things. Like just, you know.
Yeah.
I am a professional in something. Just don't ask what. Okay.
We all know what, Matt. We all know what.
I can't. I just can't. We'll never get back on track if I do. Just go. Go now.
Someone
Drive
else
the car.
take it away from me. Before I throw it over to someone else, I should explain. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons, by the way, not a bunch of weirdos who just want to chat shit.
I'm pretty sure we're that too.
Really? So we're playing Dungeons and Dragons, the 3.5 edition specifically.
No idea.
It's homebrewed. I created it. You know, I sit at home and write things in a notebook, or at least I pretend to, and then I come and just make up an entirely different bunch of stuff the moment the camera turns on. So we'll see where it goes. Before I throw out my lovely players, I'm quickly going to fit in the publicizing of the channel. Do you like this channel? I bet you do like this channel. That's why you're here. Do you want to talk to people from this channel? No? No. You're supposed to say yes. There you go. Now you're getting it, Kevin. If you do want to talk to these people,
some random Kevin in like a couple of years is just going to be like, wait, what?
No, it's the Kevin that's watching this right now. That's exactly how it's going to be.
Okay.
He's been here for a couple of episodes, Archer. You got to keep up.
Cut to 25
I
years later
him.
when Kevin becomes the next Adolf Hitler because he feels that the voices in the world are actually speaking to him.
Lord, you made it real.
Kevin, you're a good person. I hope you're a good
broke
person.
Archer.
I mean, if we want to get like metaphysical with it, you know, if time is non-linear and the future is happening right now, but so is the past, and this present is merely one possibility of existence that coexist in a plethora of universes and timelines, technically, Kevin is watching this, is going to watch this, has already watched this, and is not watching this all at the same time.
Sure, we'll go with that.
The Schrader's Kevin.
These
You're a
philosophical
good-
ramblings brought to you by Welcome Party RPG. You can reach us at Welcome Party RPG on Twitter and Discord.
That's what I was starting at. I was telling Kevin to check out the Discord. So go do that. Follow Welcome Party RPG on Twitter, and somebody else take words away from me because I obviously am not in a stable state of mind.
Take it away,
That's
TJ.
Welcome Party RPG for all your D&D goodness. If you want to watch fools like us, sometimes even play RPGs on the internet, this is a good place to do it. We have several shows on the channel that, you know, actually play more than we do. We tend to be the comic relief. So you can
It's
find
true.
whichever suits your particular brand of humor or patience, which we
Every
seem to
week
have a
I
lot of
get
for
a
each
little
other.
bit more surprised they keep letting us come back.
It's okay. They're not watching right now. And if
Okay.
you happen to like to get involved with your D&D games, then Welcome RPG is interactive in that way. You can donate bits and dollars to buy bits. The information is down below for our Discord and everything like that. And with those bits and donations, you can do things like affecting the games that we're in. The different games tend to have different rules for exactly what you can affect. We, as usual, are the looser amongst most of the podcasts, and we'll pretty much roll with the punches and go. We'll find a way to put it in. Matt has stated his willingness to stick it in wherever it will fit, and also add things to the game that you might want to add.
I'm an adult. I shouldn't have to laugh at these things.
I'm more laughing that you guys are laughing.
TJ, I fucking hate you.
Love you too, buddy. Once again, that's Welcome Party RPG.
Ooh.
Welcome Party RPG.
Okay,
And with us today.
thank you for that. Now, somebody aside from TJ, because TJ needs to go and sit in the timeout box, as do I, where we're not allowed to talk, so this game can actually get fucking started.
I agree. I'm going to shut up and let this proceed.
Okay.
Okay,
Introductions. I guess I'll start since
let's do that.
I'm Archer and I am playing Keldor, the Knoll Knight. And we'll see how long that lasts before I lose my sanity.
not Keldor, Archer.
I'm pretty sure both, but okay.
Oh, good night.
Ugh.
Right? I said I'd shut up. Shut up.
You're up, TJ.
Okay, so, don't blink. Would you be so kind as to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I am Don't Blink. I play the mysterious sorcerer Vako, and possibly the most mature one here, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly.
Quite likely.
99. Sometimes Archer, he's pretty mature too, but then everyone else is just no.
I am the least mature, okay?
Okay, got that out of the way. Blake's
we
should be here, but he's running a little late. I'm not sure exactly why. So, yeah. He should be here. Hopefully he comes through. So,
He'll jump in when he gets here.
yep.
Yeah, that's easy enough to get sorted out. Okay, so moving on. Rebecca, be so
Yes?
kind as to bring a sense of dignity and class to this group of, useless individuals who can't do anything except laugh. And
Normally
mainly.
that would happen. Normally that would happen, but not today. Oh, God. Okay. I'm Rebecca. I'm the cool one.
This
I'm
is
the
a
girl.
true statement.
Yeah, I'm the token woman of the group. That's how I roll. And I play Primrose, the or bard. I got it right this time.
Yeah.
I know how to words.
Words. They're a thing that I do not know.
Okay. Cody, you're next up to savor words.
Yes, my name is Cody. I play Kid, the very, very mature and kind of a little emo, but mostly mature 16-year-old human fighter / wizard. A little bit more wizard than fighter at this point. But, well, I guess we'll see how it goes. He at least doesn't know what he's talking about most of the time if he does say something accidentally a little lewd.
Yeah.
Accidentally, as he licks everything.
No, that was out of spite.
So you say.
That was the response for the rat, is what that was.
Okay. Yep, was just where am I putting this? Because I've just updated a token for a person Although it needs actually tokenifying. That'll be fine. I'll fix all that nonsense later. Okay,
Yay.
finally, TJ, we've all heard you talk, but we have no idea which imaginary character you are playing today. So, if you'd be so kind.
I'm playing all the imaginary characters in my head. Oh no, that's you. Okay. I am TJ, and I'm playing Flick, the halfling rogue. Still rogue, hasn't multi-classed yet. I think I might be one of the few.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
there's a few that haven't multi-classed.
Well, yeah.
Over half the
So
classes.
far, it's really only Keldor and Kid who have multi-classed, I
Oh.
think.
And
Oh, no,
Zindrix.
Yeah, Blake is multi-classed as well.
Ah, yes.
He's got a fun one, which you will find about. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be
Okay.
interesting.
So,
I gotta say.
where we got a little repeat there for a moment.
Oh, sorry
It's
about
gone now.
that. I was just wondering, that is an amazing mustache you have there. I don't know if anyone commented on that yet or not.
No one.
Which one? This
Yeah,
one
like,
or that?
I commented on it.
Well,
guys.
no one in this chat has commented on it, but in our awesome
Okay.
Discord, it became the focus of conversation for a few minutes.
Oh,
We
really?
already talked about it. He said he was a professional at something.
yeah. Basically decided, okay, summer's getting a bit too much for me, and I can't sit with a big full beard. So I was just gonna shave it all off and like just go down to stubble, and I'm just slapping my microphone around now like a retard. Idiot. That's an offensive word, and you shouldn't use it. Bad me.
So's idiot.
Shut up, TJ.
It doesn't matter what word, people, it's a treadmill, right? They just keep on making the not bad words bad, and then you have to make inane words funny. So it's a thing.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So back to my facial hair story. I got to this point in the shaving and just went, huh, does this look good? I'll ask strangers over the internet if it looks good. And they said yes. So I decided to keep it like this.
He
Instead of
decided
this.
he could stop shaving halfway through because the internet told him so.
Yeah, an ample amount of jaw was definitely what you needed.
Okay, so now that that has been commented on, because I'm liking it, I'm not sure how long I'll keep it for. I might get bored and shave it off later, like in the week, or I might just.
But it's fun.
Shave exactly half of it
Start
off.
braiding the bit down here. Get like a
Yes,
nice
go
braid right
full Viking.
here.
Well, there's not quite enough to braid. Like
I'm sure
I
you can
did-
make it work.
It's
I
100%
did
enough to braid.
try. Like there's kind of enough, but I don't
Use
exactly
short
have
braids,
precious
that's
little
all.
fingers, and I don't think because you need like super delicate fingers to be able to braid beard hair. And so the only people I can think of are like children. And I don't think it's appropriate to walk up to children and go, braid my beard.
The only
That'd be a
reason
weird
Vikings
little
used to
scene
keep
inside
women.
of- Oh boy.
Okay, well,
I'm sure the sex had nothing to do with it. Steve.
I mean,
No.
there's feet.
No, they were actually
Not shoving
entirely.
as many feet into their mouth as they can.
okay. Well,
We'll just abandon this tangent and go back to the game.
Yes,
Yes.
100%.
I love how we're saying back because we haven't actually started the fucking game. We've been playing for like nearly half an hour and not actually started playing.
We've
Let's
been
go.
online for like 13 minutes.
Okay, deep breath. Done. Serious. We're gonna
Yes.
play make
Back into the
believe.
very serious game.
This is the most serious game.
yep.
Yeah.
Can't even keep a straight face saying it.
So, where we left off last time, you guys had jumped off of the mountain. This is a serious game. Gotten back into town, and you were kind of just doing. Well, I call it bookkeeping. Okay, so let's take care of this thing and let's take care of that thing. Well, let's chalk up all our money and decide what we're spending on. Just basic bookkeeping. Like, yeah, that's cool. It was kind of getting towards the evening time, as where we wrapped it up, and I should have watched the last session back because I can't remember what I ended it on last time to say, and we'll pick up there. Darn. Does anyone else
Darn.
remember?
We made Griggle into an asshole.
I think.
Griggle became a bit of an asshole.
We had already come
Oh.
into town, and we had gone to the
Yeah.
tanner and stuff.
And then there was the whole protection money scheme thing that went kaput.
Griggle has become the Dark Pony, the mercenary for hire.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
That hilariousness.
Kid took a pile of troll guts and his spell book to Gen 3. They had a very sensual conversation, and at the end, Kid wrote down a couple new things into his book.
Yep, that was that. Keldor, you went home, visited Mom and Dad, and had a lovely little character moment there.
In which they were
Mostly-
surprised you were still alive.
And there was much head smacking going around.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like head smackings, how they show love and affection.
Might explain his intelligence a
No.
little bit.
Isn't that your family? Like, that's
Well,
that's
you
how
know,
my family works.
I tried to
yeah.
explain that to the court, but they wouldn't have it. So, you know,
Jeez.
guess I don't have a family anymore.
Well, that's fine.
Wow,
Don't
you
tell me
went there.
That went dark real fast.
It's not just me. That's all I have to say for myself. Is it's not just me.
All right.
Okay. I think I left off with Primrose and Eliza deciding that we're going to go to the tavern. Is that the last thing we quickly did? They decided, all right, we're going to go to the tavern, have a little lie down.
Say it like that. Good lord.
Yeah, that's what we call it now.
It's to lie down, you know.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know how many of you have done serious mountain climbing. After you do that, you kind of do just want to go lie down.
I'm
This
interested to
is
see
not
how
including
Vako's feeling
fighting.
about this.
To be
We
honest,
mountain flew. Okay.
yeah,
We mountain
today was more mountain falling.
Mm-hmm.
True. Yeah, you just want to get home and sit on something that's not frozen earth, like some comfy hay stuffed mattresses. Well,
Oh.
they're not
Oh,
mattresses.
so comfy.
I
Mm-hmm.
suppose they're cloth wrapped around bits of hay. Super comfy.
Mm-hmm. God, you're just describing it as making it so real in my head, Matt.
Mm. So so we did pretty much. Everyone had kind of like a little moment, except Varka, because you weren't here. So, what would you like to do upon getting back into town? Like everyone else went off and did things.
Baka would probably just go out somewhere quiet and meditate like he did last time.
Alrighty.
Too much action for him. He needs to decompress after being swallowed and all.
Nearly swallowed. There's a difference. You were just in its mouth. You were swallowing adjacent.
I think
You saw the
Baka
last
and
thing
Kid
that
are gonna
got
have a
swallowed.
heart-to-heart sometime too.
It's not like being beachfront adjacent, okay? It's a little different scenario.
Oh yeah, that's about it. He'll just probably meditate a little bit, just kind of like relax before he meets up with the group to do whatever we're gonna do today.
Okay. So all the things we covered last time, we've gone around it and that will pretty much take up the time until it gets to evening. What would you all like to be doing in the evening? If that's as simple as I want to go get a drink at the tavern, or if you want to go as whatever it is, we'll just go round we'll just go around. Well, we just did Varka, so we'll start with Archer and we'll go around the other way that way. So we'll go through what each of you would like to be doing this evening.
I would definitely be suggesting a drink at the tavern.
Yeah. Okay. So, Keldor, how would you like to spend your first evening back from mountain expedition?
So, I am actually going to make use of a new skill I am learning and attempt to make a bunch of darts, or the shafts for war darts, which are basically fletch javelins. Pretty fun item. So, let us see. 21.
Okay. Ooh, so, okay. Well, I'm just trying to think. How many are you trying to, or are you just seeing how many 21 lets you make? Like,
Yeah, this is not the heads, though. I'm waiting for the blacksmith to finish making them.
so...
It's just the shaft.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so with a check of 21, yeah, I'm gonna say you can solidly, as in these are good, they are sturdy, they are solid. How long are you spending on this? You're spending like an hour, or
I
like...
would have probably spent pretty much the whole evening just kind of making sure they're nice and straight and attaching the arrows, the feathers and stuff. So probably a good 3-4 hours, just
Alright,
relaxing.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna say you can, in that time, you can make a good 20 of these to get blah, 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 heads attached to, and I'm really trying to hold it together and be like a serious professional, but someone in the chat, Kim, is being very lewd in how she's saying
Kim's here.
to be swallowing adjacent. Well, Mets girl. There's multiple Kims in the party, but yeah,
other one.
Just being very naughty. Well, no, we are. Told you.
To be honest, we already beat her to the punch, so
It's true.
We already beat you to the fellatio reference jokes, so to
That's
you.
right. No, we're all just part of the same club now. I mean, we can be friends, right? That's how I judge people.
Yeah, if you try and make the same poor taste joke as me, we're gonna get along.
And then you look over with that grin and the nod, and you're like, yeah, you know.
Come to think of it, I think that's pretty much how we decided. You know what? Hey, we get up. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna make the first bad joke?
We do raise to them a lot.
So, Keldor, you're spending a good solid like 3-4 hours doing that. You're gonna get 20 of these. I don't want to call them shafts because someone's gonna laugh.
Too late.
But I don't. I can't think of another word. So, yeah, you get 20 strong wooden shafts.
And you got a whole night to yourself. Boy, howdy.
You lovingly spend time like honing these. You grab them in both your hands and you rotate and you extend and you fully explore every.
I love how you say you're going to avoid it and then you just dive off the deep end and go far deeper than is even remotely necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I would like that on my tombstone. Goes far deeper than necessary.
With everything.
Oh boy.
Okay. Aside from that,
no,
is
there
there
is no
anything else you'd
aside
like
from that.
to do in the evening?
That's there forever.
Oh man, okay.
I'm gonna suggest we go for a drink. If anybody else is down, that's my decompression.
Yeah, if you want to like retcon, you can say that Flick suggested as a group. Okay, yes, it'd be nice if we all went for a drink.
Or at least anybody who wants to come. Like,
I think
mean,
I'm
if you're too
underage.
busy, if you're too busy with your shafts and such, like we can leave you to it. But I think the rest of us might want to go decompress a little bit.
I'm sorry, Flick. I have to study.
There's another joke there that I can't get to quite yet. I'll have it for you later.
Okay.
Anybody else? And I look. First, I go to look at Unst, and then I'm like, no. And then I look at Vaco.
Marco just kind of smiles. Maybe whenever I'm done meditating, I'll come and join you. It shouldn't take that long.
Sounds good. And then I look over to Primrose.
I look to Eliza.
Eliza turns to look to someone else and then realizes there's no one else to look. I go, oh, she kind of she does a little shrug and then like thinks and goes, well, I suppose we could stay at least for a little while to I was just looking forward to a good night's rest.
Oh, the night is long. That sounds like a yes to me. Off we go.
Eliza, this will get you relaxed. Trust me, you'll be fine. You need to relax really bad. Just really bad.
Flick is actually like marching off into the distance like he's leading a parade.
Two people.
Yeah.
He's going to assume that they're going to be at the bar drinking for a very long time. So
Some of us will, for sure. I mean, let's be honest, Unst will be there the longest.
Besides that new necklace you've got, Primrose, you can probably drink more than you ever could before.
I want to see how that plays out. I may have to bargain for that necklace, or I may not want it.
Must I play a drunk Primrose? This will be fun.
Oh boy.
I'm excited.
New territory.
Okay. So the we'll just call you the drinking team. So drinking team currently is Flick, Unst, Primrose, Eliza. Yes.
Yes.
Sounds like it. I assume.
So, yep.
I don't know what
And-
Zin would want to do, honestly.
I know
Zindrik's a pretty chilled out, quiet character, so yeah.
and not a huge fan of towns, so
Yeah.
probably
off
like
sick
avoiding people.
As a bird.
Probably off hunting with Ziff or something. That's what I would do if I were a druid.
As a bird.
Turn
Yeah,
into a
like,
wolf.
If she
And
just got
eat
the
like
ability to
Sif.
wild shape, she's probably out like experimenting with that shit. Oh, what? I can fly?
Yeah,
Oh.
true.
Oh,
Thankfully, with Zindrix being such a calm and I can't think of the best word to describe it, but basically, like Zindrix is super efficient. You know, because Blake always knows exactly what he's doing. So it's kind of amusing because Zindrix could be in any scene anywhere. It's like I was just getting on with stuff. No biggie.
You're the best spy. Just saying.
he would just be there, and like everybody's like looking at him, and then keeps looking, and like, yeah, I could totally see that happening.
Yeah. So, drinking team, you have headed to the tavern. You get there. To remind you and anybody else, this is called the Toad and Newt. There's a nice little sign outside the front. It's got like a cauldron, a very cliched, black witch's cauldron, and there's on one side of it a quite fat-looking cartoony toad with its eyes looking in separate directions, kind of sat on one side of the cauldron, and on the other side there's like a very elongated cartoony newt, and they both look like they're sat in the cauldron as if it's some kind of a jacuzzi or bath.
You know what? Despite that sign, we're still drinking here. In fact, despite that sign, we're still drinking here. Right, Unst?
I like the sign. It's amusing. Look, they are obviously in port and dying, but they look so relaxed and happy. It's metaphor for life. I'm using words right, yes. I'm not totally sure what metaphor means.
Oh,
I
yeah,
heard
you're
someone
good.
say, and it sounds like fancy word.
And I have developed this thing with Unst where I reach up to like you would slap a person's back in jest, but I like reach up and smack his thigh because that's all I can reach.
Uh,
All right, last thoughts? Anybody? Nope. In we go.
Owens gives a little cheer, like drink, 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 drink. He's a very one-track mind fellow. So you head in. It's the same tavern you were in before. You know, it's adequate. You know, it's nothing fancy. It's not like dingy or bad. It's just perfectly adequate. You notice your other comrades who you left behind are here. So you see the bar. You see the Bardic Knock. You see Notad. You see Smiles. They're kind of sat there. They've kind of got like they've got a small plate of food between them, and then like a sheet of paper, and it looks like they're thinking real seriously at it.
I walk straight past them up to the bar and I slap my hand down in front of the barmaid and I say, "We are fresh from an adventure chock full of terrible, awful memories that we would like to dull to an acceptable level pronto." And I put down 5 gold.
So I'm guessing you'd be wanting the hard stuff then.
You know your shit, madam.
She reaches under the bar. That's the word. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
can
so.
speak words.
It
She
is a
reaches
tough
under
word.
it and pulls out a sizable sized bottle. You know, it looks like maybe 1.5 liters. So glass. So you know it's expensive stuff, and it is a clear liquid. And she just puts it on the table. There's no label on it. It's just a full glass bottle of clear liquid.
Oh, it's moonshine.
Hmm.
God, run.
drink it,
And
drink it, drink
I take a sniff to make sure it's not water.
Okay. Roll a survival check to try and
Oh.
identify it. That would make
Okay.
sense. To go, this isn't water, this is alcohol.
All
If you can
right.
justify a different kind of check to try and identify it, go right ahead. 'Cause knowledge liquor isn't a thing.
Intelligence is related to memories, correct?
Yeah.
Or is that Or is that wisdom? Wisdom is related to memories?
Yep.
Okay. Then I would suggest a wisdom check, but that's no better. So I'll just roll.
Yeah,
that.
survival is kind of like if you've got any
Oh
rank.
shit!
20. Holy.
Aha!
Yeah. You take a sniff, and immediately there's this very strong burning sensation in your nostril. So this ain't no water.
Thank you very much. If we need more, I'll be back. Oh, could we get about a dozen meat pies on the go, please?
Doesn't. Certainly.
I know it'll take a little while. Don't worry.
No, no problem. Just I'll. Do you want to start running up a tab and save coming over here and giving money all the time? If you just we'll set
Let's
up a
do
tab
that.
and you'll pay when you leave.
Yes, this terrible adventure paid very well, so let's do that.
Wonderful. Would any of your friends be having a drink?
All of them, I'm sure. That was the plan.
And this is where she gestures to the rest of you, so to Unst and to Eliza and Primrose, essentially saying, "What would you like to drink?"
Oh, you have ale.
She kind of looks at you and goes,
yeah, we probably have ale. Yeah.
Probably.
turns around to a large-looking barrel, twists a little thing on the tap, filled with ale, hands it over to you. I'll mark that down on the tab. Sorry, I don't want to call you little fellow, but I'm sure that's but I can't think of how else to address which one I'm referring to.
It's not really offensive. It's just kind of true.
Okay, good. Look, short boy, what's your name?
Okay,
Better?
now you're crossing the line. Let's stick with short. Let's just stick with Flick. Okay, my name's Flick. Hi.
Flick. Okay, and she writes that at the top of a tab, and she puts, a bottle of spirits, 12 meat pies, ale. She's basically keeping track of all your spending.
Perfect.
Spend it all.
Roll down.
Boons kind of looks at what you've got, and he goes, "I want one of them." And she goes, "Mm-hmm." Shrugs, reaches down, gets out another bottle, looks exactly the same. He pulls it up, has a sniff, drinks, goes, "Oof."
Whoa. No cheers, big guy? Party
will-
foul. Come on.
I was testing.
Oh,
Good sample. He's
Yeah.
not poisoned.
well, that's
How
debatable.
would you
but
know?
the poison
Because I
is
am
in the
not
dose.
dead.
Ernst, always
Yeah.
remember, the poison is in the dose. Everything is poison. It just matters how much you take. Right?
Unst pauses and thinks at that, and he goes, his eyes open wide as he goes, "You speak so many truths, little. Even
See, man?
things which are good are not good done.
Right?
Killing is fun, but too much killing will emotionally scar you for life. Love is wonderful thing, but too much love will kill you. I think there's a song like that somewhere.
I think you're confusing that with an STD, but yeah, you're getting the idea.
An STD? That sounds like a terrifying monster. Where would I find an STD? I wish to conquer one.
No, you don't.
That was a nickname we gave this guy in my neighborhood when we were kids. You know, it's not important. It's so you say it's not poison. Doesn't taste like poison.
It tastes like fire, but in good way.
Okay. Cheers. And I hold my jug up as high as I can.
He reaches down, you clink the
Click.
bottle, and he just opens his mouth and takes gulp after gulp and starts walking away.
I take like one good shot and test it out.
Alrighty. The sensation you get upon drinking this first one you're fine on. You don't need to roll the fortitude check to see if you're drunk on one mouthful. That's ludicrous. The sensation you get is immediately your mouth feels warm, and then your throat, and then your chest, and then when you stop drinking, okay, I've had that. You let out a long breath, and it's like you can feel and see the outline of the excess alcohol coming off of your breath. You just go, shit. Easiest reference I can make. You ever drank white rum?
Yep, I used to drink a lot of white rum actually.
Yeah, that I don't remember the name of a brand. There was a time in my life where I used to drink. It was like 60%. It's like, yeah.
That's my kind.
I don't think it is possible to get anything more alcoholic in the country legally.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Okay.
So it's kind of that, like, oof, yeah. Mm.
All right, we're off to a good night. Yeah, I'm gonna nurse this.
Yeah.
And take shots at poignant moments in conversations, at like the punchlines of stories, and all that, and just be totally like party leadering it up. I bring the two groups together and like get everybody talking. So
I was just gonna say, are you heading over to the?
yeah. Oh dear. Is Laundry trying to kill her?
Okay. She's like completely and utterly terrified of spiders. There was a spider in the laundry room.
Is that what? Okay, I missed the spider part.
That's cool. By the way, we all now
appropriate
know your
action.
sister's weakness. So anyone who's planning to, like, I don't know, do a crime or a nefarious on Archer's sister,
Gotta love all of
use
those spider-related
spiders.
slimes.
So Flick can count on when he actually breaks into Archer's house that Archer's sister will be just as terrified of spiders as he is.
Oh yeah, this is giving us useful information.
Okay, so you were just saying that you are bringing the groups together, so you're going to go over and join No Time, Smile, all of them.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Primrose, you're still at the bar, I assume, whilst Eliza's getting her drink. She asks for a small glass of wine. She gets a small, like, it's not silvered, because silvered is expensive. But she gets a nice metal goblet, I guess, and
Pewter.
whatever metal it is. Like,
Probably pewter.
yeah, pewter makes sense. Like, only a little bit of lead poisoning. Just don't eat it.
God.
You'll be fine. And with that, she'll before you head over and join everyone, she'll like just hold your hand very softly,
Oh.
and she'll ask how you're doing because you've not really had a chance to talk yet.
How am I doing? That's a better question for you, don't you think?
Sorry, can you repeat that? I just had a weird thing where I couldn't hear anything for a second. Just
I've forgotten the accent. I'm sorry.
that's absolutely fine. My accents change like every other line of dialogue.
This is the only accent I use. What did I say? Crap. How am I doing? I would ask you the same thing.
Oh, well, emotionally scarred with visions of horror I will see for forever every time I close my eyes and try and sleep. But other than that, I'm just good.
Liza.
Yeah?
Ouch.
I mean, I'm sure the visions of goblins being thrown against other goblins to kill each other will eventually leave my mind.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
And, seeing a friend nearly eaten by a giant monster and then seeing another friend actually get eaten by a I'm sure these things will all pass. I'm just whilst I understand and recognize that the need for group camaraderie and like I don't really feel super in a hey, let's all talk and make jokes kind of I watched a bunch of
only way
people
to
die
mask
and then
the
a bunch of other
pain.
people nearly die. I'm not good at making light of this.
Well, that's fine. We don't have to go over there. They could just stay here.
No, if you want to go and socialize and whatnot, that's fine. And I will happily do that with you. I'm just saying it's not something I would to do, but I would like to spend more time with you.
Primrose looks directly at her, like, I'm fine here with you.
Okay. Well, if you would like to spend some time with everybody, then yes, we'll do that. But as long as you recognize that I don't want to spend the entire evening there.
She takes a drink. Primrose takes a drink of ale. I'm fine here. I don't. People confuse me. I don't. Can you hear me okay?
I
Yeah,
think we like
just-
missed the last little bit.
Yeah, I heard I'm okay here. People confuse me. Was there something else there?
No, that's basically it. I don't. No, that's basically it.
Yeah, okay. Well, Eliza kind of looks and goes, well, yeah, people are weird. I mean, who knows? I'm going to put all of those negative thoughts out of my mind. We'll just go and we'll see if we can get something out. But we need some kind of code word or a way of saying, okay, we're done. We would like to leave now. So if I what pick a word, and if we feel the need to leave the conversation and head upstairs, we'll just find an excuse to use that word in a sentence.
All right, I have the perfect word for that.
Okay.
I would say rainbows are nice. You all have this like stone look on your face. Don't you see what I'm saying? Okay.
Sorry. Can you repeat that? I'm just the dogs are being distracting over in the corner of my vision, and couldn't take all of what you just said in.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay. If she's asking for a code word, then Primrose would say the phrase "rainbows are nice."
Rainbows are nice.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Eliza acknowledges and goes, "Oh, they really are, aren't they?" So, I think that's what. She's distracted. She's she's kind of thinking a little bit about rainbows for some reason.
Who doesn't like thinking about rainbows, honestly?
Well, exactly. Absolutely fine. So, with that all established and done, Eliza will kind of hold your hand and walk on over to the full of people.
It's all right.
So, you were going over, well, obviously, Flick was going over and joining Notad and Bardic and Smiles, who were all sat around looking very seriously at a piece of paper.
So I walk over with my giant drink and I put it down on the table and I say, so nothing? No hi? No. What's going on? What are you looking at? And I like sort of elbow my way in to look at what they're reading.
Yeah. When you do that, immediately, Bardic kind of looks and goes, "Oh, you're back! I assume that'd be like fanfare and trumpets or something."
Yeah, that was your job. That was your job, but you're all in here. So what's going on?
Oh, well, I can't figure out my crossword.
I take another big swig.
Okay, let me have a look at it.
See, just this one here, under a, 5 across, under a bridge. Second letter R. Just
Troll.
Oh my god, it's really obvious.
I take another big swig. Okay, any others you're stuck on? I feel like I'm on a roll here.
Ah, okay. Well,
Can I just like take it from him and solve the entire thing in front of him?
Yeah, you can do that because you kind of look at it, and when you actually have a proper look at it, you realize this is like the children's menu.
I like take it like the dad taking a newspaper and like adjusting his glasses and everything and pulling out his pen like he's about to get all serious on this, and then I look down and I read it and I'm like, and I just hand it back and I walk away.
You just leaving the table.
Yeah, I just leave the table to like anybody else who's still standing around from the other group, and like just for something else to do, like bring them over to the other side of the table and find us seats that are
All right, yeah.
not looking at the crossword.
With that done, Bardic will fold away his crossword. I was going to get it. I was just taking my time.
Yeah, well, it's all yours, buddy. You take as much time as you need, and if you need a drink to help you out, then let me know.
Well, that's awful kind of you, but no, come. You've just arrived back. You should share the stories of your conquest. How did it go? What did you do? What happened?
Well, it rained blood. We sent the treasure back in the bodies of our fallen foes, and we brought pieces of them as trophies.
And Flick's actually standing there, and he's got like this like look on his face, which is sort of like drink.
You see Bardic like pause and like his mouth opens like he's gonna say something like, and then he retracts it back in. Like you see his eyebrows kind of wiggle around. It looks like he's trying to think of a different way of phrasing what he was about to say. So he no. That's fucked up. Like really?
Yeah, you're telling me. I don't know how I'm ever gonna get all the blood out of these clothes, but that's what magic is for, right? Please, somebody tell me they have that magic.
Can Primrose just say like that's only half of what happened? Thank
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about the other half. I mean, the falling down the mountain was a cool end to it all, but drink. But it was. I don't know if it was really worth it, drink.
Okay. At this point, Flick, you're gonna have to start making fortitude save.
I would assume several drinks ago at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, gotta love that +2. And it's
He is so wasted.
Oh yeah.
So
Flick,
wasted.
Flick, you're a fucking mess.
So, as Flick is describing this, like he mentions the blood in the clothes, and he keeps taking drinks. And then, as somebody starts saying something else, he casually he takes off his cloak, and he puts his backpack down, and he starts looking at like the blood stains in the cloak, and he's trying to kind of like scrub them out with his arm, kind of thing. And then he pauses and he takes another drink, and then he goes back to scrubbing another blood spot. They're not changing at all. He's just scrubbing with a dry arm, and then he like drops the cloak in frustration, and he looks down at his greaves, and he starts to take those off and like trying to like scratch some of the flake blood off the ends of them and stuff, and like rubbing them together to see if any of it'll come off. And then he like starts with his armor shirt, and he just is like slowly undressing, like being more and more like disgusted and distasteful with the amounts of blood that are on everything that's coming off of him, and he shows no signs of stopping.
Primrose, obviously you are present during all of this. Do you have a reaction?
I
Um,
think.
I think
Here's
she's
the
just
deciding factor,
staring
Matt.
him.
When he gets down to his skivvies, is there blood in his skivvies?
which side of me are you on?
I don't know. Were you in this
I'm going-
conversation or?
He's drunk. He doesn't know
Yeah.
what side he's in.
Yeah.
I mean, are you to my left or to my right?
I don't know. No one else has put their token in the bar yet. So I am everywhere and nowhere.
Let's assume you're to my right, so I can't, or to my left, so I can't see you.
Okay.
It's like,
Sure.
Just hoping
Please.
Out of your line of sight.
Good lord,
Yeah.
this is a booze elemental.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a dice then. Hi.
Yes, you have real dice, don't you? If you want.
Yes, I do have real dice, and for this one I'm rolling. High, my skivvies are soaked in blood too. Low, they're not. And that's high. They're soaked in blood. So he shows no signs of stopping, and unless someone like stops him, he is like doing it faster and faster the more clothes start to come off because there's more and more blood, and he's getting more and more angry and frustrated about it. And then like halfway through, he's like down to just like his pants, and he like takes like a boot off, and then he stops and he takes like a double chug, and then he like slams the bottle down, and he starts going for the other boot.
At this moment, Bardic goes, "Whoa, buddy, public place, you know,
I know. It's a public
magic."
place. They shouldn't be covered in blood. I shouldn't be covered in blood.
He
Why am I covered
uses
in blood?
prestidigitation
There's so much blood.
to clean
Okay.
all of the blood off
Get
of
rid of
you.
it. Ah!
And he's just like melting down.
and all the blood is gone.
So, Flick, as you're kind of having your full-on meltdown, you know, half in a state of undress, where are you in relation to like the table and the bench, and like, are you sat on the bench? Are you like leaning over the table, like?
I assume I was like standing over in conversation towards like the door of the bar, kind of, with like the group that I was trying to send over to the table.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm assuming you had to like stand up to start taking off.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm
And,
probably like in the middle of the room, not like right at the bar, so probably not immediately noticeable to everybody there, kind of behind the whole, like the majority line of sight.
Yeah. Seeing all of this, Unst will walk over because Unst has found a very strong camaraderie with you, and he just puts his hand on your back and goes, "It's okay, little man. It's not your fault."
Yeah, but it's still everywhere.
He looks down at you and like holds eye contact. You know, puts his hand firmly on your shoulder. You know, his hand is like the size of your head, and he holds eye contact and goes, "It's not your fault."
Yeah, I think maybe I've had enough to drink.
He's probably wise.
And he slowly starts to look like he's kind of coming back to himself, and he like bends down and starts like picking up his stuff in a pile and kind of shoving as much as he can into his backpack, and like not dressing again at all, just like grabbing it all and sort of going towards the exit.
Okay. Unst is going to look at you. Little man, where are you? You going to sleep? The rooms is upstairs.
Oh yeah, that good call, big guy.
And he like turns around and starts shuffling towards the stairs instead.
Oh yeah.
And he like fumbles around for his coin pouch, which is buried deep inside his bag, and he pulls the entire thing out, and he like tries to underhand throw it to Unst and just kind of like rolls it across the floor in his like general half of the room direction, and he's like,
Use this to pay for everything.
and then continues his stumble.
Okay, so you've just rolled a bunch of
Like 700 gold to him.
Yeah.
It's like my entire coin pouch, the one that he doesn't show to anybody or ever expose or tell anybody exists.
I
He
was
just
about to
reached
say,
in and pulled it out in front of a room full of people and rolled it.
I'm fairly certain this is super well tied, right?
Oh yeah, it's definitely super well tied, but he didn't even
Okay,
like
yeah.
necessarily roll it right to him.
It's just like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he kind of like half looked in his direction and like tossed it and rolled it across the ground. So
You don't notice this because you're
yeah,
you're wankered. But anyone else in the room? No, but a few people glance down at the coin purse, and then Oons glares at them, and then they stop looking at that coin purse and start over. As Oons just walks over, picks it up, and tucks it into his like into one of his little pockets, and lets you toddle on off to bed.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so that leaves drinking squad.
Comes up an hour later. I'm still fumbling to try and get the key in the lock. On the wrong room, of course.
It's like the keyhole's right here, and you're going.
Okay. So that really just leaves. Well, there's all the other NPCs there. So Primrose, if there's NPCs you and Eliza would like to talk to, you may, or you can sit there and just enjoy a drink and polite conversation.
It was funny. I totally
Good.
wanted to have like a talk with Primrose and everything and get to know her better, and then I rolled 1.
Oh. Oh, well, you know what? I have an idea then.
Oh, perfect.
Are you?
No one's more
Are
honest
you,
than
like-
2 drunks in one room.
And a third who's babysitting them.
It might not take him an hour to get in the room, but it definitely takes him a good like 10 or 15 minutes. Like he probably like starts fucking up with the key, and he's sure that this is the right room, but it's not. And he breaks out the
Well-
lock picks, but he can't pick the lock because he's so fucking drunk. And then he goes back to the key after a while, and his lock picks are just all over the floor.
I have a request. I have a thing then. If we could do. After
Dude.
that whole display of almost naked people, Primrose thinks about it. It's like, I don't want to wind up like that. So let's go upstairs.
Okay, so you and Eliza head upstairs. In the corridor, you come across Flick in his
Yeah.
undress with things on the floor and watch him like just. The thing is, he's not even putting the key near the keyhole. He's putting it in like one of the slots in the wooden door. Like he's not even near the keyhole. He's going, why won't it turn?
So
Putting
upon
the slat. in it.
upon coming to that scene, it's like, if you wanted to join us for story time, that's great. But you should ask to come to our room first.
Oh. No, but this is my room. Right?
No, little man, it's not.
Ah, crap.
But feel
Ah.
free to come cuddle. It's fine, right? I guess.
I don't think I can get into my room, so I might just follow you guys.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Eliza, go ahead. I think I need to talk to this man.
Okay, so Eliza gets her key out, opens the door, and lets you head on in. The room is how you left it, fairly
She
neat,
makes it look
fairly
so
tidy.
easy.
There's 2 beds in the room. You didn't leave any personal belongings here before, so it's not like you've got to worry about anything being stolen.
I'm making dinner. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. So yeah, you've got your lovely setup.
What
We're-
is the setup? Sorry. What is the actual setup?
Okay.
Nice 2-bedroom setup, and you guys didn't leave anything there, I think is what he said.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah.
I'm distracted by Battlefield mac and cheese. I'm sorry.
That's absolutely fine. So, when you get in, Eliza kind of looks at the 2 beds and then looks at Flick, and then at Primrose, as if to say, like, how is this gonna work?
How do you think it's going to work?
Well, she's trying to assess that.
Obviously,
Maybe
everybody's
we
getting
have
in the
people
same
in one
bed.
bed.
Yeah.
With how drunk he is, I don't remember.
This is why me and Cody get along, because we raised to the same jokes.
I mean, let's think about it. Flick grew up probably not having his own bed. Probably being
I
piled
know,
in
Flick
with like.
literally grew up like a hamster in a warren.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
You
He's
just
totally
squeeze in
expecting
between all
that.
the others, and
See,
like
now
hope
I'm
the body warmth
afraid.
keeps you from freezing until morning. Like,
Now I'm afraid me and Eliza are gonna be cuddling, and in the morning it's like Flick's brokenness. Like, how did this happen? The fuck?
Flick's foot is gonna be like right on Primrose's face.
No, I like to imagine that you go to sleep cuddling Eliza, and you wake up, and you think that you're cuddling Eliza, but then in the middle of you is Flick, who's actually got his arms around both of you, and he feels like the biggest pimp in the world. He's there with an arm around each one of you.
And then he gets promptly thrown across the room.
no, Matt. Littlest pimp in the world.
Oh my god, that's his name, Little Pimp.
Thrown across the room like a rag doll.
Okay, just for the record, I did not suggest that. Flick has been actually completely asexual this entire campaign so far.
He really has.
Yeah. There's been nothing for him to express desire towards so far.
Yeah, it's almost as if, having his home and everyone he knows and loves being brutally set on fire and attacked by the undead has diminished his sex drive.
Almost.
Who'd have
Plus, there's no
thunk?
hot halflings around.
A hot halfling walks in.
What are you going to our room for? What the hell? Get out of our room!
Ow.
Okay. So
we're damaging Archer. Yes, we killed him. He's down.
Breathe.
I love you have your camera position there.
everyone,
Alright, I don't want to actually kill him. Let's take a breathing break.
okay, everyone, calm.
Oh, man.
Got it? Kind of, not really. Okay.
That was
So,
beautiful.
What is up with us today?
I don't know. We just said we wanted the.
Half of us are drunk. What do you expect, Archer?
But I'm not!
He's yeah. You're just easily amused by drunk shenanigans. That must be it.
Goose fraba. Goose fraba.
What he said.
Okay.
We got it? We all cool, guys?
I'm good. I doubt
Yeah.
it. I'm
So,
your coach.
Okay.
so
I'm breathing again.
Eliza heads into the room and she, very casually, she's not trying to make a big deal out of it, but she sits down on the bed that you slept in last time, Primrose.
Yeah.
She just sits on it as if to, like, oh, hey, I'm just sitting here on this bed. It doesn't mean anything.
And at that point, Flick kind of stumbles in and like drops all his stuff off to the side and climbs up on top of the other bed and just flops down in the middle of it and like spread eagles as wide as he can, like trying to reach all four corners, and is just face down, breathing through the mattress. Yeah.
Well, that takes care of that, I suppose, wouldn't it?
Okay, so Primrose, what are you doing?
Eating cheese.
Primrose is just sitting there.
It's the equivalent of popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
We can take it anywhere. Once it gets stale, it's really like popcorn.
We're good at this.
We are. We're amazing. We make people laugh.
All right.
So if Flick is taking the whole other bed, I mean, Primrose wasn't necessarily planning to not share a bed this time. So that's cool with her, with Primrose. So as long as it's cool with Eliza, it's cool with Primrose.
Eliza, if you suggest, oh well, I guess we'll have to share. Eliza tries to be like super cool about it. Oh, that's totally fine. I don't have an issue sharing a bed at all. Cool. Yeah, if so long as you're okay with it, cool.
Matt.
Yeah.
Question.
Go right ahead.
Is Eliza cool with you know what? I'm not gonna even ask. We're gonna find out in a moment here.
There you go.
It's like one of those questions when you're asking whether or not it's okay if the dog's still in the room.
Well, any attempt at subtlety and finding a polite way of asking a question, Cody is it okay if we fuck?
Kool-Aid man busting through the wall.
God damn it. I'm gonna cut myself with these knives to can't concentrate. I'm good. Okay.
All right. Poker face.
Well, Primrose, sees that Flick is out 100%. As far as they assume, at least. When Eliza says...
TJ, you doing everything you can to take any sexuality out of this scene.
I'm not
I'm doing it to take it out of Flick. I don't want to seem like a peeping Tom.
Oh, are you not asleep then?
No, I am asleep, and I'm trying to make that blatantly clear. Because if I don't, I'm going to be accused of it.
I could throw you against the wall and find out real quick.
I have a feeling he's out now, and he probably wouldn't wake up from that anyway.
That's the test, isn't it? Okay, I'm good. You know what? When Eliza's being a little shy about it, coy, everyone's just gonna tackle her to the bed because why not?
You just gonna
cuddle.
Full on.
Just cuddle tackle. A cuddle tackle, Matt.
You're just gonna glomp that and be like glomp.
Yeah.
Into the bed.
Just cuddle. We're in a safe space.
I mean, okay, I can't emulate the sound because, well, for one, I'm a 6'2" male with a relatively deep voice, so I can't emulate the sound of a girlish squeal and giggle.
Reason.
So,
makes Eliza very interesting to listen to.
But yeah, he lets out this very girlish squeal / giggle, which I just can't create the sounds for. I'm sorry.
You can't do it either. I'm not in the mindset. I'm not in the mindset to do.
Yeah, and she'll hug you and cuddle you back, and are you saying anything whilst you're doing this? Just no words, just grab and do everything I can to not make this
You're making it worse.
The
Matt.
more you try not to, the worse you are.
There's gonna be so many lewds in the chat.
I'm trying really hard, but
is Welcome to the Party rated PG-13 or not?
Oh hell no!
Oh, rated R. Good. Good to know.
I think we've exceeded the amount of fucks that would qualify us for a PG-13.
Well, Primrose is trying to. We keep getting in a way.
I never said I was trying to do anything. Excuse me. Not that I wouldn't want you, but Fucking love Eliza so much. She's so fucking cute. Ugh.
Ugh.
I don't really know, but let's imagine it together, shall we?
Okay, let's together. You and me, a very, very gay man. Let's imagine two people engaging in flirtatious sexual activities, because these are natural things that we can do together.
Totally.
I mean,
I'm
You
pretty
sound a little
sure.
enthused about this.
I'm super into it, you know, because we all know that I'm super into girls and all their girl parts. So
Still best description of girls ever.
just I can't
you
wait.
should have let me do that part, man. That would make it so much easier for you.
Join our Discord, check out clips, and you'll get to see something like that.
So okay, you have tackled in a playful way, not in like a "I'ma cut you, bitch." You've no playful.
Wow.
I love how that's your comparison.
Alright, I'm gonna shut up so you can actually do this.
Sorry.
can't
There's
breathe.
gonna be no chance.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
lightheaded. Holy shit. Okay.
It's okay. We
great.
can get through this. We can get through
No, we can't.
potentially
Just no.
sexy scene without laughing too much. We are grown adults.
I'm not sure about that last statement.
Well, I'm an adult most of the time. That's the thing there.
Okay. So you've playfully, in a flirtatious manner, tackled her
Yes.
bed, and she's responded. She's doing her light-hearted, giggly, squeaky thing.
And it's so cute and adorable. I just want to. Oh man.
You got like that aggressive cuteness factor going where you want to like hurt her, she's so cute type of thing, but you don't actually want to hurt her. Is that what's going on?
No.
It's a little odd there.
No,
Archer.
but like
No,
like
have you
the
never
opposite
seen
of that? Yes, but the opposite of that.
She knows what I'm talking about.
I am a civilized half orc. Thank you.
You're trying to compliment her to orgasm, is what you're trying to say.
What the fuck? I mean,
TJ, come on.
TJ, you're asleep. Be quiet.
I'm gonna throw him across the room. I'm gonna do it. Hey Matt, can I roll to like not to yes or no throw the guy out of the room across the hallway?
Well, would it like? Do you feel a huge need to do that in character? You know, he's.
I kind of do. He's
Just
being
to
loud, obnoxious about his snoring. It prevents me from hearing all the cute sounds Eliza's making.
I'm sure it's more of like a pushing him off the bed and not actually throwing him across the room.
Yeah. Like you do of anyone who's just like nudge them onto their side a little bit and they stop. So you can just do that.
As you like flip him over, you realize he's actually been suffocating in the mattress the entire time, and he just starts gasping. And then, as he's on his back, he's like closer to the side of the bed now, and all of a sudden he rolls violently to one side, and he goes right off the bed, and he's now down in between the wall and the mattress, crumpled on one side. Obviously, completely passed out and breathing silently.
Now you can't even see him.
And he can't see you.
He's at like a terribly awkward angle, like he crashed to the ground, his arms are all under him and his legs are twisted up, but he's got a small grin on his face and he's like quite peacefully passed out.
Yeah. Everybody wakes up in after drinking far too
Exactly,
much.
yeah. And nobody knows how they got there. I've seen how people get there. You're just lying there peacefully, and then you go, "Oh no, I'm fighting something imaginary," and then you're fighting the ground.
Why am I in their room? What the fuck? I don't know what.
Okay, so
Did I pick the lock in my sleep?
I'm a
I
master
know
locksmith.
Rebecca is desperate to actually get into.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Eliza's pants, apparently. So
I'm always
So
that
you-
mood, Matt. You know smells by now.
I do. So you click now. He's essentially out of the room. Like he is not an issue. He's not making sound. He is not potentially looking at you.
Cool.
And I mean, okay, feel free to say otherwise. But I'm assuming you have remained in the dominant position over the top of Eliza after tackling her to the bed.
There's a decision to be made here.
Are we
Finley.
actually doing this? Okay, that's cool. That's fine with me. I can do that. Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna drink my oranges and eat my mac and cheese in peace. Thank you.
So, okay. With that, and seeing that it's been moved out of the way, Eliza is going to pause. She's going to look directly into Primrose's, eye. And she is going to attempt to look very coy. I need to make a roll for her to see if it's actually a good or bad attempt.
Oh.
Roll
Any
for
attempt's
arousal.
going to work. I think any attempt will be good enough.
Okay, cool. That's good because if she, I wish I'd rolled really bad because it would have been funny. But
It would have
no.
cute anyway.
No, and so what she does, she is looking directly. She's matched your eye, and she's kind of smart, and then she very subtly bites her lower lip, and then
Oh.
lets her eyes drift from gazing at yours down Primrose's body, and then back up, and she smiles.
Cool. See, it's really frustrating to me because Primrose is just an old character, and it's in my mindset to like be weirded out about by that, but I'm trying not to.
Well, orcs do live a lot longer.
Yeah, actually they don't.
No?
Like 60 is old.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Orcs don't live very long at all.
Yeah, so you know what? As long as lies don't care, I don't care either.
You're only as young as the people you feel.
That's
And the people you feel up.
Yep.
well, we'll just say that over the past couple, how long have we been in the same group together?
Okay, so let me think.
About 2 weeks.
It's been a little bit more than 2 weeks, like 2.5, roughly.
Yeah, because you met up, you spent a week, or was it? You spent an amount of time back,
Traveling.
the first village before moving on. You spent like 2 days traveling. You got to town. You spent a day. You spent like 3 days going up the mountain. About 2 weeks, yeah.
I just realized I'm the bard.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
this
you
took a
are.
while, but
This
there
is
it
appropriate.
Hey. We only have however many episodes in. I don't even know what it is now.
I'm the bard who gets all the ladies. That's great. Love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should
It's
do this more often.
Yes, somebody finally broke Cody. Yes, you did it, Prim. Yes.
That's the real challenge. Making me laugh
That was,
doesn't
yeah.
take much. Making that guy laugh?
Okay. Now you just need Varco to break, and then we all broke.
Little do we know, Varco is muted and breaking more often than anybody else in the channel. But he
I
says,
have no idea.
called it.
You have
Break
no
is the
fucking.
final boss.
My wife is actually right over here laughing her ass off too.
What's funny is I'm married to a man, but this is cool with me. I like this a lot.
You know, it's probably cool with him too.
Actually, Probably.
I mean, Crystallize is super hot, right?
Well, I mean, we've talked about this before, so it's cool.
We have an understanding.
We do.
If I can score better
now
than
I'm
him,
getting-
he accepts it.
See, now I'm getting
Share.
now I'm getting into my personal life, so it's cool.
I'm trying to obfuscate it with jokes.
Oh.
There's a cloud of nonsensicalness shrouding our actual lives. You're doing exactly the same motion I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's a cloud that we're seeing through a cloud of jokes. It's opaque. I cannot see through it. Matt has just given up.
Okay.
All right, fine. I will go into a tiny bit. Technically, I am a lesbian, but I'm married to a man. So there we go. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Okay.
There we are. Good to go.
All
Moving
right,
on.
there we go.
That
Yep,
makes sense of a lot of things.
it does. Yeah. Anyway, I think that you need to leave them alone now so they can have happy times.
I am leaving you. I can't possibly leave
No,
them
no,
all
no, no,
alone
no.
without being
The
forced
bardic
the
knock
audience.
needs to leave.
Audience.
The entire audience is no longer present.
agree.
We have cut from this. The draperies have dropped.
I
We are
agree.
out.
But say, have we decided where it cuts to black, and if this were a movie, the next scene would it show them the next morning in that really awkward position where the cover is half on them? Because who the fuck does that in real life? Sits with the cover covering just the right amount. Like,
I mean, I do.
okay, maybe I'm just weird then. Maybe
Have we not
it's me.
established this before? Oh, we have.
So
But yes,
Ooh.
we will cut drinking time and party there.
This has been another episode of After Hours from the Tale of Five.
Yeah.
Join us next episode. I've been Cox Logsmith. Here is your host. Back to you in the studio, Matt.
Well,
Next time we'll all reveal our sexualities. It'd be great.
well, I think it is about a good time to take a quick break so we can all, try and be mature adults and not laugh needlessly.
It's not gonna happen,
More
Matt.
than a
I'm
5-minute
sorry.
scene in an hour next time.
We will try.
Yeah.
We will try.
Let some of the other guys do it.
Well, we'll take a quick 5-minute break. It's going to sound really wrong when I say because I need to go have a. No, it's not like that. I promise. But
Go have a cigarette. You need one, please.
I do.
Just go.
Okay, so
It's okay,
we'll be
Matt. You
back
did
in
good.
We'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Archer, press the button.
Bye.
Button has been pressed.
Beautiful.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to the party, where it apparently takes us nearly an hour to do a 5-minute scene because none of us are capable of acting like mature adults. It's okay. We're good.
No,
if
we're
you
not.
enjoy this kind of ludicrousness, you should tune in more often to Welcome to the Party. And if you'd like to know when things are being aired on Welcome to the Party, you should follow them on Twitter at WelcomePartyRPG. And if you really like what's going on, you can also find the channel on YouTube, Welcome to the Party. And you can see everything that has ever been done on this channel, all collected in one lovely place there. If, however, you don't like this kind of nonsense, you should also do all of this because most of the other games on here are not this stupid. So you'll find something you do like.
Yeah.
We're apparently the ridiculous ones, which I never thought I'd be.
That's fine.
Feel free to try and rein in my side of this ridiculous train.
Where's the
You can
fun in
try.
that?
Speaking of other things to do with Welcome to the Party,
Excuse me.
there are some great rewards. You can influence the game if you are a generous enough human being and you would like to donate either through subscribing here on Twitch, because if you subscribe every month you get to give a free natural 20 or crit, depending on the system, to any player of your choice on the entire channel for any game. You know, just do it. You click that subscribe button, and then every month you go, you know what? That person, they're my favorite person. I want to give them a crit.
Or give it to the GM because it's fun.
Yep.
Or you can do that also.
I've had fun doing that in other campaigns. It's great.
The
I have certain people who may not like me anymore.
the other things you can do, there are basic sets. The new system that is kind of in place is for a mere 500 bits or $5 or equivalent. I don't know how money works in other countries. Most DMs will allow you to influence the game in a small way, much like giving a natural 20 or an automatic success or some other small thing like that. However, for a little bit more than that, for 1,000 bits or $10 or equivalent, you can give a large benefit, whether that be like maximum damage, an instant short rest for 5e, anything like that. However, I'm a super easygoing guy, and I love all kinds of input. So I am more than happy. If you're watching this and you go, I think it'd be cool if this thing happened, feel free to drop it in the chat and go, hey, if I were to donate X number of bits, could Y happen? And I will look at that channel and I'll go, yeah, you do that. So if you want anything to happen, ask and I'll let you know. Because yes, you want to make a deck of many things appear?
Oh God, no.
We're gonna have a conversation.
Gods no.
Right, you want some other magical nonsense to happen? Yeah, just ask and we'll see. So, with that said, let us move away from the drinking team, whom they're having an enjoyable evening now. So
I'm
let's.
very busy.
Primrose has most definitely got their hands full. Sorry.
Maybe your mouth, maybe a few other things. Who knows?
Yeah. So let's.
This is one of those
Sorry,
instances where I wish we were
Thereabouts.
around a table and I could just go whack.
Why do you think I play online? I couldn't take the concussions anymore.
Oh boy.
On a
So-
brighter note, my cat destroyer is still in the macaroni. That was cool.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself so that you guys who have been so fucking patient for the last 2 hours can play the fucking game for a bit. Love you.
So let's jump over to Kid.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah, let's do what you're doing this evening.
Let's see. So the question is, have I been very, very helpful with Gen 3 in partially taking some slightly fresh troll guts, as well as asking him to copy things out of my book? I have offered him spells from my book in exchange.
Yeah, that's very helpful. I'll be very kind, and yeah, you're actually getting along really quite nicely with this Gen 3 fellow.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm not entirely sure how much time has passed at this point. I don't know if there's a point where he would like to call it a day or anything, because I did kind of approach him.
Well, for simplicity's sake, as much time has passed as you would like to have passed.
Awesome. So my hope is that it is close to nighttime.
Yeah, we can say that.
Okay. So what I would like to do with that is after I get my book, everything that I've recorded, everything that's gone through, my immediate thought is, I really need to show this to my master. Make sure I did everything correctly. Gen 3, do you happen to know where Master Notad is?
Well, I think him and the, you know, the other people, you know, all of them lot. I think they've been mainly hanging out round at the tavern.
I see. Tell me, at that tavern, what's the best dish you're local?
The meat pie is quite good.
Okay.
It's good quality. Good.
Well, let me tell you, after even working with those troll guts for so long, I'm definitely getting hungry. If it's good with you, I'd like to call it a day. We can come back and work on this a bit more tomorrow. I enjoy your company.
Oh, thanks. I like your company here.
It's excellent to know. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start packing my stuff up. All right, then. I guess I will see you tomorrow. I might even get Notad to help out with something like this. I'd have to ask him first, though.
Oh, yeah. Notad's been helping me out with a bunch of stuff while I've been away. So.
Oh, has he? Like what?
Oh yeah, we've been getting on with some stuff.
Okay.
Although I think I wasn't supposed to tell you.
I mean, that's super descriptive and awesome. So I'll definitely have to inquire about that sort of thing. Okay. Guess I will see you later. I say, picking up all my stuff. I got some stuff to sell.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks. I'll see you around.
Okay. So first things first, it is time to bid farewell to my armor. So I can afford most of this stuff. So I would like to make a stopover at the blacksmith to sell that sort of thing.
Okay, yeah.
I would like to keep the belt from it, though.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, that's like a special belt, isn't it? Like,
It's the horse head belt.
It is. It's my label.
what armor are you wearing?
It is scale mail.
Yep. And was it masterwork or just
It
regular?
is not master. Actually, I think we did say it was. I don't know if I updated that though. Not sure.
Okay.
Let me look really quickly.
Well, the blacksmith will offer you, going market value for it. It's been well looked after.
Mhm.
So whatever.
Okay, it's not masterwork.
Whatever the going market will offer you.
Okay. Then I have no idea what the current market wants. Let's see. Scale mail. Cost of that. I remember I have to type in the word D&D to access it into my files. And scale mail, according to the system reference document, is 50 gold.
Yeah, so he'll happily give you 50 gold.
Awesome. Okay. Then in that case, I will go ahead and make my way to the tavern. As it is dark outside, has the nightlife changed at all? Is there a nightlife here? Does everyone just go to bed at 8 o'clock?
Well, Scarfell is, for the most part, quite pretty quiet. But what you do see in is just bits and pieces of the night time activities. Is you see like just one woman who is donned in full armor, and she appears to be shouting things as she is standing with a long wooden staff, and then you get a better glimpse, and you see that she's using to clip the gnolls you recruited, like around the ears, and she seems to be shouting commands to them. She is obviously training them in some way, shape, or form.
That is remarkable to know and interesting to see. I don't know if... I want to try and remember, does Keldor have a clip on his ears?
You have seen... not like a clip. She's using it to when I say clip, I mean like just like a little tap, like whack.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
You gotta remember, I come
British
from...
vernacular, and so, I'll clip you around the ear means...
Okay. Yeah, raised pigs growing up, we clip our pigs to identify which one they are, so very different ideology there.
Using the wrong words.
Okay. Then in that case, it's not nearly as interesting as I thought it would be. Awesome! Hi, thank you, Wily Hobbit. You're awesome.
Yeah.
Thank
you so much.
And I would like to make my way to the tavern.
Oh, he subscribed for 3 months in a row.
That's lovely. So, obviously, I'm assuming Wiley already knows this, but thank you for subscribing. You obviously have a free natural 20 to give to anybody of your choice, whether in our game, in your own game, because Wiley Hobbit plays on Monday nights with the new to the party group. So you can be that guy and give yourself the natural 20.
I think we should have a rule against that, because then I like start throwing money at it.
All right. In that case, I'd like to make my way to the tavern.
Okay, yeah. When you arrive at the tavern.
Oh dear.
Matt, you've got the natural 20.
Dear.
Oh, wait, never mind. They reneged on it.
Don't do that to me! You gave me a heart attack! Because every time this guy has gotten a crit from a player, he has used it on me!
Yep, that's actually very true.
And I died, almost.
Nearly.
Does it kill you makes you tougher?
I wish. I should get like 5 extra HP every time I drop below 0.
Or what doesn't kill you, it makes you nearly strip in a bar and tear all your own clothes off in a fit of manic rage.
Oh no! No! DM does get it! No!
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna die.
Right,
I'm not sure how, but I'm now going to find a way to use that to kill Archer again.
Dude
this
has
is
killer
meant to
hair
be
and
a
a great
non-combat downtime session, but I'm going to find a way to nearly kill someone.
I mean, you can hold on to it.
I am fighting the floor, technically.
Okay. So as I enter, who do I see?
Well, the first thing you see is you just catch a glimpse of Primrose and Eliza seemingly heading upstairs. You then see the rest of, well, not the rest of them. You see Unst, you see Bardic, you see Notad, and Smiles. We kind of sat there. Everyone's looking a little bit awkward as you see Unst kind of like walk to not the center room, but just a little bit away, and you see he's like picking up like an item of clothing that looks far too small for him. So he picks it up and returns to the table.
Okay. I would like to, if there's room at the table with Notad and all the others, I would like to sit down.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of room. There was another 3 people here earlier, so.
Master Notad, it is good to see you again.
Primarily, I've gotten Notad's voice for a moment, so.
Super French, I think.
Yeah, it is super French. I just haven't had to do it in weeks. D'accord, c'est très bon to see you too, my student. I'm proud that you are not dead.
Of course, you told me not to die before I left.
You are
Every
taking my
student would I be
lesson
if I couldn't
very
go?
seriously, and
Oh, yes, I have.
thoroughly enjoy it.
Oh, I do. I enjoy it quite a lot as well. In fact, I'd actually like you to see my progress, if you would, and I'm going to take out my spell book and hand it over to him.
He starts flicking through your spellbook and goes, he's very impressive. This is very rapidly going. Some of these are not ones you came up with on your own, no?
There are a few of them. I noticed, like just doing my practice speaking Draconic, that a few of them just kind of thumped, I guess. Like, you say them and then suddenly it feels like you just said something really, really important. And so I started practicing with them, and this one makes someone hurt for a very long time.
Oui. You are learning of the power words. Is a secret part of. Oui. There are specific words which carry such great arcane power. So it's a power word. And there's a whole variety of them. Unfortunately, despite your growth and how you are improving, some of these words might be too much for you to do as of yet. But these words will vary from as the ones you've got mentioned here to just hurt somebody, make somebody feel sick, to blindness, to deafness, right away to straight up poof, dead on spot.
I have that potential. That's a lot. I mean, yeah, it's weird. I have these things and I can use them, but I can't take them back. It's like that's the one thing that I figured out with the pain one, is that it's really useful, but like I can't stop it.
No.
Is there a way you can do that?
No. You cannot take back a word you say. You cannot undo a dagger in the heart.
You're so wise.
When an action is done, it is done. You can repair the action, you can work to make up for it, but you can never remove the action from happening. So
I see. So, do you think that I should continue learning these?
Oh, oui. In fact, I had a suspicion that you would have an interest in these words. You seem like the type, and well, I was going to give it to you as a surprise, but now is as good a time as any. I was working on something with the
Oh, a
the
gentry.
nice. Oui, Gonfrey. I'm not good at his name. So, and Notad reaches into one of his robes and he pulls out a small jewelry box.
Oh, is it worth something?
It is worth more than anything you can imagine.
Wow, it's worth more than a magic spike chain. Okay, what is it?
He opens it up, and in the box appears to be a singular, like, not like super small, but smaller than you'd expect on a piece of jewelry, but a small, deep black pearl, and then it seems to go down into like a little spike and a cup. It vaguely looks like a piercing, but yeah.
Is it an earring?
No, not quite.
Kid's getting excited at this point. Oh, well, where does it go through?
Well, you use it every day. It's essential to everything in life. It's many people love to brag about how long it is, how useful it can be for them, and how it can get people to love them, and
A
and all
tongue.
kinds of. Exactly.
Okay. Wow. Okay, I've never been injured in my mouth before. Okay. How can I do it on myself, or do I need someone to help me with it, or how does
You
this
can
go?
do
How
it
flexible
yourself,
you are, I
or
think.
if you just let me, I'll stab it in now.
Yes, go. And kid's going to kiss his kiss the band, his tongue out as far as it can go.
Okay, and with that, Notad pulls out the piercing, and then you realize how deep this. And not only is it deep, it seems to hook, like curl round a little bit, as if not only does it go into the tongue, it then like pushes. It doesn't like go through the tongue. It seems to like push in and then go back. So
How painful is it?
it's going to be super painful.
Oh boy.
Okay, you're not supposed to see it as a challenge to get more fucked up in this bar than I did.
No. I have never been hurt in my mouth before. This is an amazing learning experience.
So, Notad, he puts his hand on your head to kind of hold it in place. One thing you notice is, despite looking like quite a frail man, Notad's grip is freakishly tight. For a moment, it feels like Notad would have the capacity to just crush your skull because of him having to hold you in place.
I can't think about that right now. I've got job to do.
And so then what Notad does is he guides the curled hook, he presses it in to your tongue, and a little bit of blood starts to seep out, and he's holding your head back, so you feel the blood kind of drip down into the back of your throat. As then he rams it in as hard as he can. And you are going to take...
Is this in the middle of the bar?
Yeah.
Apparently.
You're going to take 5 damage from that.
Okay. I didn't heal up enough last night, but I'll be all right.
Yeah, and with that, you've got it, and you can feel such a weird, powerful resonance of magical energy in play. I'm assuming you aren't quite ready to start talking right away.
I don't know. Am I ready? Oh boy. Oh, what the hell is that? That's me, is it?
Holy crap!
This isn't all it did, right? Because I mean, this is cool, I guess, but like,
this is something I was not entirely prepared for. What I was going to explain to you is what this magical doodad does. These powerful words, these power words. This will allow you to call upon them at will, with an itty bitty little price of some of your life force.
that is the best thing I could have heard of. Okay, yeah. That's awesome.
So this, for the DM to player description, basically, you can now at will use any spell with the power word in its description. However, the cost is the spell level of the spell times 2 in con damage.
Oh.
So, for example, if you wanted to use power word kill, a level 9 spell, you would take 18 con damage.
And die instantly.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes you need to break a few eggs. That's absolutely awesome, Master Notet. I don't know how I can repay you for this gift that you've given me. Other than serving you as long as I possibly can. And Kid is at this point going to do what he's seen knights do in the past, and he's going to just kneel down, and he's going to say, I'm going to pledge my service to you for the rest of time, as long as you need me.
Well, it is a kind gesture of you, and but my dear kid, you are your own man. You are not mine. I acknowledge and appreciate the service you are, but you do not need to feel any debt or obligation.
What should I
Thank you.
feel then?
Just be grateful and feel this gift I have given you. Use it to the best of your ability. Use it to do what you would perceive as good or the right things in the world.
At this moment, you're seeing some tears just kind of coming down Kid's face, partially from the pain, but partially from just the level of emotion that he has. He's going to say, I've never had a master who has given me anything other than my name. I don't. I didn't have anything but that for so long, and now I have. And Kid's going to just kind of sit at the table and heads down. He can't make words anymore.
Notad he pauses for a moment and is a little uncertain like how to respond, and then he sits down and just puts a hand on your shoulder in a very it's strangely comforting. Despite him being Notad so whatever, I do what I fucking want. This is the most genuine feeling of he does actually care about you to some extent. So it's this is actual father figure material.
The kid's going to poke his head up and he's like, I just realized that I have no idea how clean this thing was. I think I should probably get something to clean it. Bartender, can you bring me something that's mostly alcohol?
Unst presents you with a bottle.
Drink it.
This will be first drink I've ever had, and kid downs it instantly.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Fortitude save.
Most definitely, fortitude save is in order.
Okay.
Another nat 1. Let's see it. Nope.
10. Okay. You doing okay?
Oh, that would be so painful, though.
I
Holy
was just gonna say.
crap.
However, your mouth has got like a small puddle of blood built up in it, and a freshly open. Like your mouth burns like hell.
I'm pretty sure he basically has the sun in his mouth right at the moment.
Oh,
yeah, but given how Kid is with pain, this has cemented his love of alcohol for the rest of time.
Oh, God. And you say he's slightly emo?
Slightly sadomasochistic.
Yeah, he just has to stab himself every time he drinks. That won't be a problem.
Yeah, it might not be so good the second time.
See, if
It's a
anything,
healthy
right
habit.
now, is kids' perception of drinking like, oh wow, is this what people feel every time? And kind of look at everyone around the bar and go, you guys are hardcore.
Awesome. Yeah, Unst has definitely earned more of my respect.
He's the only one who might actually go along with that part.
Okay. Then in that case, I'm going to continue drinking and hope that I don't either sweat through my clothes from the pain or
roll for sweat.
Tomorrow morning. I might roll for sweat. I bet that's probably another fortitude save. Let's see.
Yeah,
a little better.
14. Okay, you hold the. You're pretty decent. You take a few deep breaths. You go, I got this.
Oh man. And I'm going to continue drinking until I understand what drunk is.
Roll for alcohol poisoning.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Have another roll for alcohol poisoning.
Take another drink and roll me another fortitude save. Let's see if we can get the child drunk. 22. No, you
not
keep
drunk
going.
still.
Hot damn, son.
You just wrapped your lips around the bottle and just up and go glug glug glug.
He's wrapping his lips around that bottle.
I gotta keep going.
18.
You're still fine.
You're still okay, but you are definitely starting to feel the effects. The peripherals of your vision are starting to blur slightly. You know, sounds are a little bit more difficult to hear. I'm sure if you were to try standing up, suddenly you'd not have your balance.
I'm gonna breathe just for a little bit. I'm gonna look around at the table. I'm gonna look at everybody, and I'm gonna look at Smiles in particular. I'm like, you're called Smiles, right?
Yes. Smiles would be my name. Hello. How'd you do?
You make that name?
Well, I suppose you could say I made it. I mean, it's just what everybody calls me. You know, I'm such a smiley fella.
I see. You see, everyone called me Kid, so that's what I figured I was called. So, I used to know this guy. I mean, his name was Brant. He's a half-elven guy. He was he's like what Notad is. He was my master. And I met him when I was 4. I think. Something like that. I don't know. I don't really remember meeting him, but that's just what I heard. And he told me I can't cry, and I gotta go into this big old dirt pit, and I gotta beat the shit out of this other kid. And
Miles
that's
does.
how...
He actually laughs out of awkwardness. He goes, and then shuts up.
And then he gave me a piece of metal. I don't think it was even a thing. It was just sharp. And he said, "Don't come out without that." And I went down, and I don't know what's going on. I think the other kid, I think she was older than me. She had something too. That's how I got this. And he holds his arm up, and there's one scar. It's a smaller scar among his myriad of them, but it's there. Yeah, he.
Well, they've only been down there for like half an hour. And they locked them down.
She got me, but I got her. I came out of the pit, and he said, "Well, that's good. I'm glad the boys could give me something that I can use." And Kid will take another sip.
Okay. Another fortune save, please. Okay. Yeah. Any semblance of being able to like get up and be fine is gone.
And then I don't remember a lot after that. Maybe I was like 8 or so. When I probably fought maybe every 3 weeks. No, 3 a week. That sounds better. 3 a week, and I wasn't dead yet. All the others, though, that was a different story. But I was maybe 10, and they decided, you're tough enough. You don't go down easy. And so they brought in 2 guys who were bigger than me. Maybe I don't know, they're like Primrose. And he said, "Go at him, prove your worth." He gave me a chain to work with. It wasn't like the one I carry now, it was just a chain. And I went up against him, and I think I took one, but the other got behind me, and that's where I got this. And Kid's gonna lean down just a little bit, doing his best not to throw up. And he's going to pull the back of his shirt, and there is a tremendous gash across the back of his shoulders. And I don't know what happened. I think Brant pulled me out. And he said that it was the one bad fight ever. Get one. I need to rest. A few days later, he gave me these, and he pulls the shirt up a little bit, and you can see that are marks very clearly from whips for losing. I didn't lose again. Maybe 14 I was. And I saw the light again from the top. And these people in armor, like, and if Angus is anywhere nearby, I want to point at his armor.
Angus isn't here.
Ah, damn. That's me looking around for him. Didn't see it. People like police, guards. They broke it down, and I saw the light, and something happened, and I decided to run. 2 of them tried to stop me, but I just killed them, and I ran. And then I made it and ended up in Fife, and I didn't know what else to do. I don't know what I'm called. And Kid will pass out.
Holy!
The entire table is sat around.
Just like...
And in a similar vein to what happened earlier, you see Bardic, who kind of sits there, looks like he's about to say something, stops. He goes, "That's fucked up."
That's a long way to do the backstory right there.
Holy.
Notad's just gonna like gently pat your shoulder and then kind of go. He's gonna look to everyone else. And go, I will take him up and put him to bed. He deserves some acts of kindness as he struggles so hard. Young life. And with that, Notad is gonna like lift you up, like prop you onto his shoulder, and take you upstairs and you away to bed. Okay, so we will now jump to Varka. Is there anything you would like to be doing this evening? Revealing tragic backstory or having a mental breakdown?
Or some other such thing.
Definitely will not be as good as kids. No,
It's probably like
really.
flowers you can pick or something.
Well,
Maybe.
not picking flowers or anything. You'll definitely be out meditating. And actually, Matt, did you get the message I sent you on Discord?
When did you send it?
It was a private message specifically to you.
Ah, yeah, there we go.
If you're able to pull that off.
I can do that.
Perfect. So yeah, I guess when everyone else is going to the bar, Vodka will just be outside of town meditating at first, trying to focus, and it's gonna kind of go into those little herbs that no one knows about yet.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna breathe deeply and kind of go into a trance.
You've done these trances before. You understand them. You know how to invoke them. So you light the herbs. You sit there, breathe deeply, and close your eyes, meditate. Eyes roll back, and very similar to last time, you open your eyes and you are you can see a frozen mountaintop. Well, and not just one, like several frozen mountains all around you. However, when you look around a bit further and fully get your bearings, you realize you are not standing on anything. You are suspended in midair.
Vago just kind of looks around, trying to not freak out. Does he see anything? He says, "What is this?"
As you're just standing, you're just stood in the air, like nothing's holding you, nothing is like carrying you. You're stood in midair as if it were solid ground. And when you ask, "What is this?" you hear a deep, powerful voice resonate in your head. Okay, let's see if I can do this without. This is the power of air walking, of cloud dancing, of flight. It is a gift of those born with draconic blood. They carry it deep within them. Now, so you.
Vago's eyes just kind of like grow wide. Just kind of like looks around at himself and looks back at the figure that's talking to him.
Oh yeah, as you like try and swivel around on the spot, flying, you catch a glimpse, just
of this massive eye, because apparently this thing had been like right behind you, not paid attention to it. It's just this bright, piercing yellow eye, then surrounded with flecks of silver. As you think you finally get a full-on grasp of it, of what it is, your trance has ended. You do notice when you come out of a trance, you are floating above the ground. You're sat there cross-legged in midair.
Vako's gonna slowly open his eyes, lift his head, and calmly just try to adjust and see if he can control this flight.
Oh, yeah. So you kind of soon like uncross your legs and go, okay, feet are still suspended. So if I wanted to go up, I would. And you kind of like push your shoulders, like you push them down to try and create an upwards movement. And yeah, you begin to float up at roundabout similar speed as your walking speed.
I'm gonna attempt to go a little bit faster, see if I could fly upwards faster.
Yep. So you do the same thing. You kind of like just push your arms down, and you, as if you were moving a full run. You're going, okay, there we go. Yeah, I can move as freely in the air as if I was running on the ground.
Vako starts whooping loudly. He's ecstatic. Like a little kid in a candy shop, just flying around, not really thinking of where he's going.
Just flying around in circles.
Yeah, he's over the town. And I guess I will kind of maybe hit a branch or something. I don't know. Lose my concentration and kind of fall through. I guess maybe the bar window, the tavern window that the group's at.
Oh, please do. That's fantastic.
And I just crash through tumbling. I don't know how much falling damage that would be. Maybe 4d6.
Well, how high up would you think you've been to come crashing through the window?
Only about maybe 50 feet before I hit that tree.
Okay. So 50 feet, that's going to be 5d6 of falling damage. You can attempt to make a tumble check to reduce it by 1d6.
Oh, we'll see.
Don't die.
Expecting you to come crashing in and landing in the air.
For a tumble check of 5, no. You're going to take the full 5d6 of falling damage as soon as I can get another d6. There we go. Hopefully I don't roll too bad. Shit.
Oh, it's okay. We'll see.
We're in downtime. It's fine. Okay.
You have lots of time to recover, is what he's saying.
10, 19, 21.
Ouch.
Brutal.
Okay, so Vaka will just break through the the tavern window and just tumble through a couple of chairs and break a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Smack face first into the bar.
Well, one of two things can happen. I so wish you'd rolled a better tumble check, because that would have made it so much awesome. Because I like to imagine you come crashing through the window and you kind of go crash, crash, fall, fumble. So either you can land directly at the table with the entire group, the group of NPCs, or you can slam into the bar.
Flip a dice!
Yep. High will go to the bar, and low will go to the group of NPCs. We'll see what happens.
All right, go for it.
What's up, guys? I'm here.
Looks like it's high. It's to the bar.
Yeah, so you crash into the bar. Like, you're standing, you kind of lurch over, your arms on the bar. The woman kind of goes, most people just come through the door. Drink?
This is
My
happening
character just
during.
kind of nods his head. And
This
just
is happening.
So-
Oh, good.
Upstairs, the door to Primrose room flies open, and
Oh,
you're
God.
little
Close
feet
it,
running down the
please.
hallway. Nope. And then
No.
as he runs down the stairs, you see Flick run out in just his pantaloons, and he's holding all his stuff in his arms, and he comes running down, and he looks like he's got like drool like covered down the side of his face, like he's been sleeping, yeah, on the side, and his hair is all completely messed up and tangled, and there's like shit in it from the floor, and he runs down to the bottom of the stairs, and he goes, "Where's my money?"
If kid's getting carried up the
Unst
stairs,
holds
I'd like
up
to wake that down a second.
your pouch, and you see Varco, who has left a very obvious trail of destruction. Like there's a clear line of knocked over tables and broken chairs and the broken glass. There is a clear line following Varco to the bar, and you see Varco, this broken line, smashed window,
And then just.
So I've like run down there into the middle of the room without noticing any of the damage, and then I like, kind of look at it and like follow it across the floor, like to notice that I'm standing in bare feet in like broken glass and debris, and like oh yeah, and then I look at my coin purse in Un's hand, and I'm like, oh right, crap.
If I'm currently being carried upstairs at the moment, and I happen to witness this,
probably
Yeah,
right past you on
being
the stairs.
shaken awake half a second.
yeah, you're being like helped up. Like Notad isn't carrying you; he's like propping you on his shoulder and helping you walk upstairs. So you're semi-conscious.
Okay,
That's-
I'd like to look and see what's happening right here. I want to look at the trail of destruction, and I
Yeah,
just
you
want
catch a glimpse of this. This happens as you're at the bottom of the stairs heading up. So you
Okay.
see the entire Varco smashing in, and you see Flick running down.
I'm going to look at the trail of destruction, and I'm going to just say,
Classic Vaco. And then I'm going to throw up on the floor.
Wow. Yeah, Baku's gonna get up and just dust himself off and just kind of look around the bar at everyone looking at him, and just kind of just nods at everybody and says, "Hey, how are you guys doing?" And he kind of like limps because he's badly hurt towards his friend's table.
It's like 3/4 dead.
You see Bardic sat at the table, who kind of looks at somebody, opens his mouth as he's about to say something, then stops himself as he rethinks, and looks up at you and goes, "That was fucked up."
Oh man, we're gonna have to tip Dix for this, aren't we?
Yes. And the woman behind the bar nods and goes,
Yes.
Yeah.
And I already
Okay.
told you that the mission paid. Ah, damn it.
So, Flick and Varco, you're present with the group of NPCs. So with Smiles, not Notad, he's fucked off. So Smiles, Bardic, and Unst. If there's anything you'd like to talk about with any of them, you may do. If you want to talk with each other.
Yeah, I will look over at Flick and notice that he's almost half naked, with like a
And
bunch
wobbling.
of and wobbling. I'm like, man, it's been must have been some drinking party. Sorry, I'm late, Flick.
Yeah, I don't think it's been long enough for me to be this messed up, but here we are. So those meat pies ready? Wait, how did you get here?
And he like sort of follows the trail again back to the window.
Oh yeah.
And yes, Flick, to answer your question, you see there is a small collection of meat pies, which they've put a little, I don't remember the word for it, one of those serving tray lids on to try and keep them warm. It's right there on the bar. They weren't sure what to do with it when you went to sleep, but yep.
I like run across the floor, and I'm like looking down and using all the dexterity that I can muster to like dance in between the broken shards of glass on the ground. and just like a kid playing like "Don't Touch the Ground" because it's lava, like across the ground and get to the bar, and I just run up. I drop all my shit underneath the bar, and I use two hands to. Well, I climb up on the stool first. I use two hands to try and take the lid off, and then I grab one of the meat pies with two hands. I hold it up in front of my face, and I take a big sniff, and then I almost barf, and then I swallow it, and then I dive into the meat pie.
So you swallowed your barf first and then ate the meat pie?
It's better than barfing on the meat pie and then eating it.
I beg to differ.
I would much rather wash down the taste of vomit in my mouth with meat pie than eat vomit pie. You think what you want.
Oh God.
So, if there's anything specific, you guys would like to.
At this point, the night's over.
Yeah, I think the night's done there.
I have a request.
Archer, was there anything Keldor wanted to do?
Oh no, Keldor's having a great time, relaxing at home, not dealing with any of this shit.
Keldor's
It's like a
just sitting in his
sitcom episode at your house, and it's like an pre-episode of Cops.
It's like there's like a cutscene. Keldor's just sleeping all nice, and then goes back, and there's like destruction happening, and yeah.
Sounds like an average episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. So
I have a request.
Yeah.
you have a request?
Go for it.
I
Oh,
do.
boy.
She wants to roll for cuddling.
No. Actually, no. Since Flick so lovingly left the door open.
I
Permission
forgot
to
there was
slam
even
it
other people in the
upstairs.
room.
Oh, the door has
Permission.
been slammed.
Permission to slam it super hard. Just like,
Oh yeah, you slam
yeah.
that door.
You don't need
All right.
permission.
In fact, roll to see if the door's busted.
Please.
Your half-orc strength.
Um,
I have a strength of. Let me just tell you how much a strength I actually have. Strength of 9. Thank you.
okay,
You
roll
can
a
activate
strength
certain
check.
limits.
See if you can damage the door in your aggressive
I
slam.
really doubt you can.
Please, God, no.
20s
Crit.
exist.
20. Crit. 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 Crit.
Don't you dare, sir.
Crit. Crit.
Oh shit.
Pretty dang close.
Okay, so the door slams. It doesn't break, but you
Okay,
see
good.
that the frame around the door, like not the door itself, and not the frame holding, like on the outside of the frame, how the door is slotted into the wall, you see that crack a little bit.
Fine.
Like it was stapled to the wall or to the frame of the door and it came loose. Just popped
Yeah.
out.
That's fine.
Okay. So, there's pretty much just one more thing I would like to get done this session, and I've given one of you your special items, but I'll give out the rest of them. So, just a little bit of speeding to get to that
Cutscene
point.
next day.
Yeah, cutscene. So wake up, it's lovely, happy day. We'll start with Keldor, because Archie, you've been so calm and patient.
And enjoying my night without drama.
So, Keldor, when you wake up, you go down, you get to have a lovely breakfast. You get bacon and sausage and pancakes and all kinds of good stuff. And then when you've finished eating, you have your hearty breakfast, you sit back and, do whatever you do when you finish eating. It's great. You see your dad kind of look over at you and goes, "Oh, son, I have something I'd quite like to give you. It's, your sisters demanded we go and have this made for you." And he gets up and kind of walks outside of the house and heads round to like where your small pumpkin patch is. And there you see your youngest. Well, you see both your sisters. They're both there, but you see the youngest one holding this large glaive-looking
package, but it's all wrapped up, so you can't see like the exacting details of it. And she's got the biggest fucking smile on her face. She's like nearly bouncing with joy, and goes, "Big bro, we got you a special."
Okay.
And she rushes over and hands it to you. So you've got this beautifully like parcel wrapped thing. Your little sister put a bow on it, even though it's a deadly murder weapon.
That's what you do.
She thinks it's going over your mantelpiece.
Okay. Open it up.
Okay. You open it up, and that this is quite possibly the most expensive looking weapon you've probably ever seen. It looks like a lot of money got spent on this. And just to describe it,
I have a picture.
Yes, you do have a picture, because I got you to draw this. So, well, describe it for the audience who don't have it.
I just showed it to them.
Oh, you can? If you want to, like, just throw that up there.
Yep, I showed it for a little bit. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah, it's because the
Nice.
stream's not quite on the same speed
pretty.
as all of us, yeah. There we go. Covered my face.
Well, there's
Certain sacrifices need to be made, man.
here. Let me make it so it's not covering your face anymore.
Yeah. So,
There we go. Now it's just covering all the important stuff underneath.
yeah. So yeah, this is beautifully crafted. It's got like two, not ribbons, but like bits of material that wrap around it. One green, symbolizing your the middle sister, and one blue, symbolizing the youngest sister. And it goes right the way up to the top of the glaive. And the glaive itself seems to have a mildly ethereal edge to the side, to the very pinnacle of the blade. The very bottom of the blade there also appears to be a small shield-like emblem. Basically, this is the ultimate in this is representative of your entire family. And
Even
you
has a
have
family
it in
emblem
weapon
on it.
form. So there's your super special thing. As for the super special things it can do, we'll cover that another time. I'm just going to actively give out the special items now.
Keldor is like speechless and just staring at it, and is like just kind of like testing the weight of it, and he's like, holy. And he just doesn't know what to say.
Your sisters both hug you, and your mother comes and gives you a hug, and your dad like firmly puts a hand on your shoulder and then goes, "Family hug," and you have a big, sweet, endearing family hug. And I have to resist the urge to murder, because that would be so.
Murder them. I will murder the Bardic.
No, I won't. It's good to have one person who's like not
Not insane because he's lost his entire family and has a horrible backstory. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, we'll jump back over to the tavern where the rest of you. So, Varco, Flick, Eliza, Kid, and Primrose, you all, it's the morning, you've all come downstairs. Eliza looks very happy. Kid looks not so happy.
And extremely hungover.
Yeah, I got the fortitude check of 12. I don't know if that's going to work.
Flick is passed out on the bar, face down in a meat pie.
And your mouth still hurts.
Yeah, I want to do a will check to see if I remember the last night while I was drunk.
Probably a good call. You unfortunately remember everything.
Okay. Gonna be a little reserved around those NPCs I told.
Okay. And then Flick, Barco, you're feeling all right. You know.
Turns out Flick actually died in the middle of the night. Suffocated in a meat pie.
Yeah. He still has meat pies around him.
He still has meat pie on him.
He's like face down in one of the pie trays, probably with
yeah.
half a pie still in it. And it's probably like the 7th one around him.
The funny thing is, he never actually gave it to everyone else. He just ordered all the.
Yeah, it's, what are you guys getting? I got my dozen.
You can eat a lot.
So, as you're all sat there, breakfast comes out and gets presented to you all, and then Notad and Genfrey walk in together. And they have they're basically kind of like a small chest of things, and Genfrey kind of looks and goes, "Oh, hi. In case you don't remember me, I'm Genfrey. I'm the wizard. After you're gone, the Duke asked me if I'd help put together some special items for you, like a big thanks." So,
Kid slams his hand down on, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you guys are getting tongue studs too."
Oh god, no.
Flick sits straight upright, and the pie thing sticks to his face. He's like, what? Huh?
No. I didn't just make you all the same. I spoke to all your friends and got their input on what they think would work for you. So, which one of you is Flick?
That's me, right here. What the oh.
And he like peels the pie off his face, and he's like picking it out of his eyes. And
Yeah, just give me a second. It's in my ears. It's in my ears.
I suggest maybe a bath, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe.
Genfrey opens up his chest and he rummages around and pulls out a pair of they look like chainmail gloves, except the chains are like super fine. And he goes, according to your friends, you like daggers, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, well, see, well, these don't fit me because I made them for a little fella. Put these on.
Okay.
and he like flicks his hands down to get the rest of the pie off of them, and rubs them on his pantaloons. Yeah, and then starts fitting them on. He's still got one eye closed because it's full of pie.
All right, now, all you have to do is just grab one of your fingers with the other hand and pull as if you're drawing out a blade.
Okay.
And I try it.
You do that, and a dagger instantly appears in your other, like the one you've drawn.
Whoa. And I look down at the dagger. What kind of dagger is it?
It's a pretty standard. Look, this is a totally standard dagger. If you kind of like flick it around in your hand for a little bit, after about 20 seconds, the dagger just disappears.
I'll have to try these out.
Yeah, he then looks at you again and goes,
there is extra power in them, but but you can only use it. You can do that as many times as you like. Just draw out daggers forever. But I did put some extra mojo in there. So what you do is there's 3 special things you can do. The first one, what you need to do is you need to grab when you're pulling the blade, you want to hold your thumb and your index finger together and pull that one.
Okay.
And so if you do that, you notice that there's like 5 small gold-colored bands on the hand. When you do that, one of those bands disappears. It just fades. And the dagger you pull, it looks normal, but it feels. It just feels a bit better. And again says, and just throw that at something.
All right, and I throw it out the window that Varco came through. Vaco.
Yep. As you throw it out the window, it hits the ground, and then it flies back into your hand.
Ah. Okay, that wasn't just a pie in my eye, right? That actually happened?
No. It's one thing. All right. Then for the other special type of thing, and he tells you to hold your thumb, index, and middle finger together. You pull it
Okay.
out, and 3 of the gold bands disappear. And this time, the dagger, it looks very similar, except it seems to have sparks of electricity flying off of it.
Ooh, what else? What else? What else? And I start doing it with all the other fingers. I do the 4
And then
together.
the final one, which uses okay, he has to do some mojo because it would use full 5 charges, but you've already used 1 for this and 3 for the so we're doing some BS to show you what all 5 do. And when you do all 5, it comes out. It feels the same. It's got the sparks, and then the gamer says, "No, just think of a creature you don't like any creature you don't like."
Rats.
And then you see the head of the dagger form into like a small rat's head. Like, so once again, DM to player. These gloves, like they work infinitely. So you can pull infinite daggers out of your gloves if you're just pulling mundane, standard, boring daggers.
Nice.
They have 5 charges on them per day. For the use of 1 charge, you can pull out a returning dagger. So you throw it and it comes back to you.
Sweet.
For 3 charges, you can pull out a sorry, I should have specified it's a +1 returning. 3 charges, you get a +2 returning shock dagger, so it returns and deals electricity. And for all 5 charges, you can get a +3 returning shock bane, and the bane is of a creature of your choice. But that uses all 5 charges on the daggers. Well, on the gloves. And these daggers only last for 3 rounds.
You said the full 5 charge one was +2 returning shock bane, or
+3.
+3? Okay.
Ooh. But these only last for 3 rounds. So.
Okay. Someone's kitchen is exploding.
Yeah, that's okay. Do I think I can kill this thing in 3 rounds? Use all my charges.
Yeah.
Or I really need to hurt this thing now.
Exactly. So
okay, so even if I pull them out and stab with them, they only last for 3 rounds, is what you're saying?
Yes, because these are magically created. You can pull one out and stab it into a wood, into a table in 18 seconds. It'll just disappear.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, I got that all down, I think.
That's what you've got. Then for Varka, you don't have an amulet on, do you? I don't think.
I do not.
You don't. Perfect. I was just double checking. Genfrey presents an amulet. This is a beautifully crafted amulet. It's to bear the visage of a silver dragon. And Genfrey presents it to you and goes, this one took a bit of fiddling, but you don't study magic, you just do it, don't you? So basically, I got inspired by dragons, because they also just do magic. And then I thought, what can dragons do that people can't? And after spending 2 days writing an extensive list of all things dragons can do, I decided the most important, breathing fire. Yeah, basically, this amulet, it allows you to convert your natural magical energy into a breath weapon.
Ooh.
So, as DM to player, with this amulet on, you can burn a spell slot, and depending on what level spell slot or how many spell slots, obviously there is a maximum in place. I'm still working out the finer details, but you can burn a number of spell slots to do a breath weapon attack, specifically a cone of cold, because it is a silver dragon.
Nice.
That's
Very nice.
Yep. And finally, he reaches in, and it's this teeny, it's not teeny tiny, but it looks like it's not even a full item. It looks like it should attach to something. And he looks at, Primrose, you, do you have a? And he mimes a musical instrument.
Yes.
Do you mind if I have a look at it?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, because you're supposed to put this in the end, and then it lets you do things.
Primrose will hand it over reluctantly.
Yep. And it's basically an attachment, kind of like a dampener, or there's all kinds of things, musical instruments, and it just attaches in at the bottom of your flute. And he explains, like, see now, whenever you will do one of your magic songs, basically, instead of doing one of your normal magic songs, with this song, you can do extra ones. I made one. I heard your flute sounds kind of like a soft summer breeze winding through an empty woodland. Quite beautiful. So I made one, essentially create the feeling of that. So you can give up, or not give up. You can, instead of using one of your songs, you can create a small barrier of wind around either yourself or one of your friends. And then the other one, the other ability I gave it, because whenever I listen to nice, relaxing music, I feel revitalized. So I figured it would be quite good if you could physically get revitalized by actual bits of music. So if you play it just right, it will make people feel better about themselves. And physically feel better. It'll get rid of cuts and things.
Huh.
So once again, DM to the player.
Yay for more healing.
Exactly. Basically, you can give up a use of your bardic music, and one effect is essentially create a wind wall, which instead of being a wall, kind of acts like a sphere. So you'll create that around one person, so you can stand there and play and keep them protected. Not like super protected. Things can still run through and hit them, but like arrows and stones and things like that.
Great for keeping the party in the back.
Um,
Especially one particular cleric.
Yeah. You can expand on that, and there's also like so you do one, you give up one use of bardic music, and you create this defense for them. If you give up a second bit of bardic music, it creates a blurring effect on them whilst they're protected by this thing. And if you give up a third set of bardic music, it heals them whilst they're in this protective bubble.
Huh.
So, yeah.
So basically, it's an "oh shit, they're dying, let me save them" button.
Kind of. I mean, you can't give up all three uses at once. Obviously, you can only use bardic music once. So it's
How
kind of
long
like
does? Sorry.
How long does it last for?
The wall, yeah.
For as long as you keep playing and making concentration checks.
Nice.
And that's the thing, like these other options stack on top of it. So unlike regular bardic music, where you have to give up on one to do another, unless you've got a special magic thing, all right?
Yeah.
You can. These are the same thing. It's just how much you're putting into it.
I have a question as well. If we're all like huddled together in a super tight pack, could I use it then and be like fancy with it?
There is potential to like expand it outwards, so to cover more than one person. but you would have to go away and spend a lot of time figuring out how to make that happen.
Okay then. Good to know.
Okay. But yes, we should be wrapping up because we have run over. So we was just making sure everyone got their special items. So we'll call it there for today, whilst everyone goes away and thinks of how they can break the special items I gave them and ruin the entire game. Thank you for joining us. I have been the Bardic Knock. We have been Tales from Kingdom of Fife. Before we run, make sure to join the Discord group because it's a great group of great people. Follow Welcome Party RPG on Twitter, at Welcome Party RPG. Follow them on Twitch at the same thing. If you like the artwork you have seen, that is our good buddy Archer. He has been the one putting together a lot of the artwork for this stuff. So find him on DeviantArt. It's good stuff. You should go find it.
I actually have a new picture out that is for sale, so go check it out.
Who are we throwing it over to, Matt?
I think
Castle Mac?
I think I'm going to try and throw it over to Castle Mac because I'm really bad at this stuff still. I've done /. I think I'm supposed to do /raid, then just type in Castle Mac. I hope that works. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, it's just going to be a weird message coming up in the chat. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Twitter, follow me on Twitter. Go look at Archer's stuff because it's good stuff. And join Discord. And have a wonderful life. And join us again next week to see what we do with our new special fancy magic items. And watch us waste an hour desperately trying to not talk about sex.
At least we had the last per minute up.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.